section 3, we're going to talk about bisectors in a triangle. One of your vocabulary words is circumcenter of a triangle. In these 3 problems here, it asks us to find the circumcenter of each right triangle. Now, a circumcenter is the point of concurrency for perpendicular bisectors. So what I need to do in order to find the circumcenter is I need to construct the perpendicular bisector of my sides. Where those meet will create my circumcenter. So I'm going to count the distance from here to here. That has a total of 4. So half of 4 would be 2. So 2 is here. This line that I'm drawing in here, this line segment, that would be my perpendicular bisector for that line segment. So now I need to draw my perpendicular bisector for the bottom piece. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half of 6 is 3. So I'm going to come over to 3 and draw my second perpendicular bisector. Notice that my perpendicular bisectors meet at this point here, and I just need to label what that point is. That's going to give me my circumcenter. So that point is 3, 2. So 3, 2 is the circumcenter of my triangle that's given for example 1. Now I'm going to do the same thing for number 2. However, notice that number 2, my triangle is not drawn on the x and y axis. However, I'm still using the same concept. I'm counting how long is the line segment and then taking half of that value. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half of 6 is 3. So 1, 2, 3. So at this value here, there's where my perpendicular bisector would be for this line segment. So now I'm going to find the perpendicular bisector of the bottom line segment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half of 6 is 3. So 1, 2, 3. There's my right angle. And where they meet is going to be my incenter. So in order to find the coordinate of this point, I do need to use my x and y axis. So if it helps you out, I would suggest that you write over it in pen, or you can highlight your x and y axis, whatever you need to do so that you can write down the correct point for your incenter. So my incenter has a point of 1, 1. Then for problem 3, notice that my triangle is drawn a little bit differently. So, in order to find the incenter here, I can use a little bit of information from the past 2 problems. So notice from the past 2 problems, if I draw a straight line out from my right angle, notice that that's where my incenter is. The same is true for number 2. So it just so happens that my right angle happens to be on my y-axis. So my incenter is going to be, or excuse me, my circumcenter is going to be at 0, 0. So if I drew my perpendicular lines, so this line has a value of 3. So 1, 2, 3. So I would go 3 divided by 2 is 1/2. So 1.5, excuse me. So 1.5 would put it here. This line also has a value of 3, so I'm going to go 1.5, which is also going to cover here and meet at 0, 0.